Coastal erosion is a major sustainability issue in the United States. Currently, climate change and its related issues such as increased storm ferocity, melting glaciers, and rapid rises in sea levels have increased the prevalence of coastal erosion along the entirety of the U.S. coastline. This issue is happening everywhere along the entirety of the U.S. coastline. Average coastline recession rates of 25 feet per year occur on some barrier islands in the southeast, and rates of 50 feet per year have occurred along the Great Lakes. The Gulf of Mexico region of the United States is currently experiencing the worst amounts of coastal degradation. Louisiana alone has lost 1,600 miles of coastline since 1932. Right now, about 40% of the U.S. population currently lives on the coast, with most major metropolitan areas expected to see an increase in population over the coming decades. If this issue is not resolved as the coming century comes to a close, some coastal cities that are homes to millions of people will be left uninhabitable. This increased erosion causes an average of $500 million in damages a year, stemming from both property losses and infrastructure problems. People lose their homes, their jobs, and their ways of life. Along with this, worsening coastal erosion also leads to increased storm damages and issues that are related to storms. With less coast to buffet the storms, hurricanes will be worse than they already are, with increased damages and death tolls. The U.S. has already seen multiple billion-dollar storms throughout 2022 alone, and with the help of the shorelines, the storms will get worse and the damages will increase. While some man-made fixes are helpful at stemming the short-term issues of coastal erosion, the hardening of the coast has its own associated problems and leads to worse shorelines in the long run. The best way to prevent even more of the coast from being reclaimed by the sea is to install natural barriers such as mangroves, salt marshes, and sand dunes, which are both cost-effective and increase the coastal resilience to climate change. Mangroves, salt marshes, and sand dunes effectively control wave strengths during storms, with areas seeing a 50% decrease in wave ferocity. They also naturally trap sediment from the ocean, often resulting in an increase in height and width with an increase in ocean levels. The dense roots of mangroves slow down erosion, collect sediments, and slow ocean currents. Sand dunes naturally protect the coast from high seas and waves by naturally following the strength of water currents. Salt marshes slow wave action and collect excess sediments to increase in height and width. Using these three solutions in the recommended places will result in higher coastal resilience and better storm adaptability, while costing less than most man-made options. By embracing nature, we can help end coastal erosion.